Okay, so what I'm going to do, because she's not in an appetite to accept the treats, come. But when she comes, I'm going to give her praise. Good girl, good girl, good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. And then I'll show her how these dogs do it. Sit. Okay, good. So she's learning by watching them. Good. Down. Good. Good. Okay. Sit. No. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. You want the treat? Oh, good girl. Maybe you are ready to take the treats. You know, she's nervous on her first day. That's normal. Come. Okay, good girl. Okay. Noel. Noel. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. That's good girl. Okay, Noel. Come. Okay, good girl. Good girl. And that's a good girl. Noel, come. And that's a good girl. Noel, sit. Okay, good girl. A good girl. A good girl. Good girl. Okay, come. Okay, that's a good girl. And we're just going to give her affection instead of treats. Noel, come. Okay, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, good girl. Noel, sit. Oh, that's a good girl. So you know that. You know that. You know down, huh? Noel, sit. Okay, good girl. Down. A good girl. Good girl, Noel. Noel, come. Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. I think she wants to go into the barn, but I'm worried that I don't know her well enough. That's where I normally do the training. No, no jumping up, no jumping up. Come. Okay, good girl, good girl, good girl. A good girl. A good girl. Okay, sit. Noel, sit. Okay, good girl, good girl, good girl. Noel, come. Oh, that's a good girl. Do you want to go in the barn? All right, I'm going to trust you, okay? Let's go in the barn. Okay. Noel, come. A good girl. That's a good girl. Yes, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yes, that's a good girl. Okay, sit. Noel, sit. Oh, that's a good girl. Oh, that's a very good girl. She finally took a treat, so she's getting more comfortable. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Noel, come. And that's a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. And so because her appetite's not really there, I'm giving her praise instead of the treats. Noel, come. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. A good girl. Very good. Very good. Let me turn on a light in here. It's a little dark. Okay. Noel. Noel, sit. Oh, that's a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Noel, come. Very good. Very good. Very good. I'm very proud of you. Noel, come. Noel, come. Noel, I've reached the limit of her attention span, but that's okay. Noel, come. Good girl. Good girl. I think we did good for today. We did good for today. You did very good.